Hey everybody. So I was just doing an event for one of my friends and I answered a question that I get asked kind of often. So I just thought I would share it on here in case you have not heard this before, but it's basically, why do I use Lemongrass Spa Products and not some of the other ones that are out there? And what's the difference? What do I find the differences? How did I hear of them? Like, why have I gone towards the lemongrass direction? So the answer is kind of simple. A few years ago when I was pregnant for the first time, I started reading a lot. As I think any potential first-time mom does, you start freaking out and overanalyzing everything, which is a good thing sometimes, if you don't drive yourself too crazy. But what I started realizing was, when you go to the doctor, if you've been pregnant before, your doctor always tells you like what you should and should not eat, things you should stay away from, things that are harmful for the baby. But what they never talk about is things that you should stay away from as far as like topically for your skin, which is equally just as important as what you're putting into your body, because our skin is our largest organ, right? So I started reading a lot of information and found a statistic that said about 30 seconds after you put anything on your skin. So that's like if you rub a lotion on, or if you spray perfume on, or if you put like an eye cream or a face serum or lipstick or anything that you put on your body, 30 seconds after you've rubbed it in, it gets absorbed and then it goes into your bloodstream. And then from there, it just circulates over and over and over again. And that really hit home for me, because then when I started coupling that with like looking a little bit deeper into the ingredients that I was using, like parabens, what do those do? And when you start looking at the products that you're using and how long they can sit on a shelf for, there's preservatives in there that like allow them to be able to sit that long, which are basically just toxic chemicals, and your skin is absorbing them. So I started looking at that and going, that is gross. That could not be good for my growing baby. So prior to getting pregnant, I didn't care about what the heck I was using apparently. But I thought, while I'm pregnant, I'm going to do better and I'm going to use better products. And then I'll go back to using all my old stuff, because I had so many products. I was a product junkie. I lived for those special stores in the mall, Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret. I was obsessed with high-end department stores. I always thought that the more that you spent, the better it was going to be for your skin, or the faster it was going to work, or just all that, which was a total misconception. All it was a total money waster. I used to order products from like infomercials would totally sell me, or just late night commercials. And I'm like, oh, that looks good. I'll order that. And then I'll get on an auto ship and it will send me this crap product for 4 or 5 years before I decide to cancel, and it has done nothing for my skin. So anyways, as I go down that rabbit hole, so for my first baby shower, I kind of started like my friends and family were realizing that I was wanting to go a healthier route for my skincare, and especially for my baby. So for my first baby shower, I had super generous friends and family, and they gave me such amazing gifts. So one of my girlfriends gave me a big, gigantic goodie basket full of lemongrass products. And I had never heard of lemongrass in my life, but I started using the products for myself. I started checking out the baby stuff before the baby got here. And I started looking at the ingredients, and I really love the way they smelled. I love the way they felt, and the ingredients were about as clean as it got, which I really liked. I had a cousin of mine send me another like care package from another organic company. I had another one of my friends give me a basket of some other, like another natural line. Like I'd had a lot, and I really, truly checked all of them out, because I had no any bias at the time. I wasn't, strong one way or the other for any of them. But what it really came down to was when I went to reorder, I liked the lemongrass options because the product line was way more extensive. They had a ton of different products. They also had a ton of scents. So there were I felt like there were so many more things to choose from, but also the price of the lemongrass products. Holy cow. I went to order a lotion. I wanted to reorder one of the lotions that I had used. And there was a body polish. I loved this body polish because when you're pregnant and your skin is like stretching and growing, I personally was so itchy. So my favorite thing in the world was to put body polish on my big growing belly and like everywhere. But when I went to reorder the body polish, I had a body polish from another company, and it was almost $50 for a jar of body polish. And the lemongrass body polish was, I believe, $17, and it's still the same price. but just like tremendous, crazy price difference, right? $17 versus $50, and it was the same throughout. Like, same for lotion, same for, then I started looking into face care, because I'm like, well, I wash my face every day, and I had horrible skin. I have historically had horrific skin. I had really, really bad cystic acne in high school, through college, and even up until a few years ago, before I started using the Lemongrass products. Literally, cystic acne. I was at the dermatologist for years. I was on every prescription that you can possibly name in the book. I was on topical creams, I was on oral pills, I was on, you name it, the dermatologist gave me. And when you look at the side effects of some of those, they're so bad. I'm so disgusted that I use some of that stuff. Tears up your liver, tears up your kidneys, like just so bad. And so that goes for anything. Anything that you're using can have horrible repercussions if you're not like really paying attention to ingredients. So I switched over just my favorite face wash. So now, as an example, I won't even tell you what I used to use from the dermatologist. And then I found what I thought was a natural face wash from a high-end department store that was, again, supposed to be more natural, and it totally wasn't, because back then I didn't even know what I was looking for, what ingredients that I should be avoiding. I was paying almost $35 to $40 for my face wash that would last me a month. So now, as an example, my favorite face wash from Lemongrass Spa Products, I know it's hard to see because my light is a little cray, but this is just our prebiotic face wash. This is $14, and it lasts me like 3 months. So just a little example, like, why do you use lemongrass? Why did you go that direction? One, it works. It's so much more cheaper than the stuff that I used to use, and it's legit clean, natural, organic products, and it does what it says it's going to do, and you're not spending an arm and a leg. So when I started reordering the products, I thought, okay, well, again, I'm still like a little delusional at this point. I'm like, I'm just going to use these until I have the baby. Well, I had the baby, and I have all these products that I've bought for like, seriously, 10 years. Like, I had scents that were discontinued from some of those stores in the mall because they send you those coupons that's like, buy 7 jars for $35 and you can get anything you want. Well, you're never going to go through those jars because it takes forever, right, or those bottles. So I'm telling you, I had products for decades old products, which is so gross. So I had the baby, now I'm nursing, and I'm like, well, I can't use these products now while I'm nursing because that stuff is still going into your body and into your bloodstream and into your breast milk. So by the time I finished nursing, which was a pretty long time, it finally clicked, like, I'm not putting this crap back on my body. So I made the decision one day to literally just put it all into a bag, which ended up being multiple bags and like multiple trash cans. It was so much product, it was disgusting. I had some under my bathroom sink. I had them in the guest room sink. Like, I had products stashed everywhere. It was disgusting. But what felt so good, even though I'm like, this is money that I'm throwing away, I was also throwing away chemicals and potential cancer-causing chemicals, like legit. If you look at the ingredients and look what the long-term effects of some of those are, like parabens, for example, are directly related to cancer tissues now. So on one hand, I'm like, oh, it kind of hurts that I'm throwing away, I don't know how much money, but I was also throwing away the potential to keep hurting myself, right? Also, I can't even tell you how much space I gained back under my vanity and underneath my guest sink. Like, I got so much space back, and it was so liberating, and I tossed all that crap. Some of it had never even been opened before. Literally, it was brand new bottles, and part of me thought, I could be like donating this, but I didn't even want to donate it to people. Like, I don't want to donate cancer to someone. Like, you know what? I'm not going to get it, but I'll let you have it. Like, how stupid is that? So I literally just tossed all that stuff. I got rid of it. I felt so much better about it. And I made the transition to cleaner, natural products that were not costing me an arm and a leg. And the thing is, like, you're using that stuff anyways, right? You're washing your face. I hope we're all washing our face, right? You're taking showers. You're using, Lemongrass has bars of soap. They have like body wash. They have everything you can possibly think of. Anything that you want to switch out that you're currently using for something that you want that is cleaner, safer, natural, without the toxins. Lemongrass more than likely has created it. Our current catalog, this is it, has over 400 products. The makeup line is one of my favorite things that I don't get to talk about enough because I'm always talking about the skincare and how great it is. My husband actually called me out one time when I was slowly switching over to the Lemongrass products early on, and I was washing my face with all the good face stuff, and at night I would use this like amazing serum. And then the next morning I would wake up and put my MAC makeup on. And he called me out one day and said, so you clean your face with all of this good, like organic, natural stuff, and then you put that junk back on your face? And until he said it to me, I was like, huh, okay, well, you do make a good point. But my whole concern was, again, I had horrible skin. Like I had sun damage from years and years of, I grew up on the beach. So I felt like a natural mineral makeup was not going to give me the coverage that I wanted. So I was kind of afraid to try it, and I didn't want to give it a chance. I thought, well, I'm halfway there, right? I'm washing my face with good stuff, so it's okay if I still continue to put the crap back on, which also has parabens. So I'm like literally putting, again, cancer-causing stuff all over my body every single day. So I finally one day just tried it. My girlfriend had one of the makeup kits, and she came over and I played with everything and put it on, and I was like, this stuff actually covers where I want it to cover, and looks natural at the same time and feels like I have literally nothing on my face because they're true minerals. One of the makeups that I did try out for a long time was another mineral makeup line that's pretty popular that most people are probably familiar with because they also have infomercials in stores and malls now. And what I came to learn about them is that they have an ingredient in their minerals called bismuth oxychloride. And what that basically does is after a period of like a couple months of you using it, it causes the product to kind of go bad so that you have to buy more. But physically what that does on your face is it starts to inflame your pores. So at first when I started using it, I thought it looked really good on my face, and I thought like my skin looked kind of airbrushed. And then after a while I started noticing like it just did not work the same. And it's because they do not have like pure mineral makeup. Lemongrass has pure mineral makeup. This stuff never has an expiration date. It does not go bad. If you're someone that wears makeup like every so often, one of my friends, I always reference her, she told me once, I don't wear makeup often, I wear it to like weddings, which I envy her and her skin because I feel like I need makeup all the time. Plus, I just like to put on makeup, and that's one of my girly things I like to do. But if you're someone that does not wear makeup that often, this is the perfect makeup for you because you can put it on when you need it and then put it away and pull it back out in weeks from now and put it on. It's still going to work exactly the same. It's not going to inflame your pores. It's not going to cause your skin like to have crazy breakouts or cause ingrown hairs or like you name it. So just another cool thing about lemongrass. So in a not so small nutshell, that's how I came to find lemongrass. That's why I continue to use lemongrass. And that's eventually why I became a lemongrass consultant, because for the first few months, I was using it for my girlfriend and I couldn't shut up about it. Like once I switched over to the makeup, once the skincare was like seriously helping my face tremendously, it was even helping with like the fine lines and the wrinkles that I was also getting. I started getting compliments on my skin from people, and I have never gotten compliments on my skin, let me tell you. And people are like, what are you using? What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just using this like $14 face wash from Lemongrass. And then everyone's like, well, I want to get some of that. So I literally accidentally turned into a consultant because people wanted to start buying the stuff that I was also using. So I thought, all right, I'll be the middleman and I'll get it for you. And it's just kind of escalated from there, and I love it. I ended up quitting my full-time job at the Space Center after 10 years to stay home and be a mom. And now I do this, and I still love to talk about and sell my products because they're awesome. So some of you have heard that story before, but I have found a lot of people are like, I never knew that. I wish I'd known that. So there it is. If you want to hear it again, just watch it again. Anyhow, that's it. That's my story. If you have not tried lemongrass yet, if I don't know you, if you're just finding me, reach out to me. I'm happy to answer questions. People reach out to me all the time. Send me a message, whatever the heck. I'm happy to answer questions and help you find exactly what you need. Everybody has completely different skincare needs, which is what's awesome about lemongrass too. We don't have just one skincare line. You can mix and match things. You can tell me, exactly what kind of skin you have. I have really found a deep passion to like help people get their skin looking better and just being healthier and getting your whole body and your whole family and your whole house healthier, because As women, we basically make all the purchasing decisions for the home, for like everything that you bring in, right? When's the last time your husband or your roommate or whatever went out and got like laundry detergent or soap for the shower or whatever it is that you use? You're probably the one that makes all those decisions. So start making a healthier decision for your family. Don't bring in the chemicals. Don't put the chemicals on you. If you have kids, especially if you have daughters, I have all boys, but if I had a little girl, I would definitely not want her in the old makeup that I used to have, playing with it and eating the lipstick. My sons actually still come and they find my lip balm all the time and they smear it all over their face. One, I'm kind of like, please don't waste my lip balm, but on the other hand, I'm like, at least it doesn't have toxic crap in it, right? So reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, and I'd love to help you. So let me know.